Welcome to In the Moment Mondays, where I answer vulnerable questions honestly in the moment. Today's question is: how do you handle feelings of jealousy or comparison, and what do they teach you about your desires? Instantly, the first thing that comes to mind, especially when I think of comparison, is when I am strolling through social media. I've been creating content for a few months now consistently. I've been creating content overall for quite a few years. Started off sharing my fitness journey, have shared different things since then, and now more so have been sharing more vulnerability, mental health things, overall, just sharing things that bring me joy and are of interest to me. And I catch myself every now and again as I'm scrolling through social media of someone talking about how they have been posting for a month and like their following isn't that great. And I'll go to their page and they will have such a significant amount of followers compared to me. And I'm like, oh, I catch myself. I don't like the word jealous, but if I'm being honest, there's some jealousy there. More than anything, I start to compare myself and I think, what are they doing that I'm not? I look at their content and I'm like, okay, well, like they have good content, but I have good content. Why am I not excelling? And I'll be honest with you, like at first, it feels overwhelming and toxic and frustrating. But I am mindful enough that when this happens, there's only a small fraction of time that I'm comparing myself and feeling jealous. What this does do is help me realize what I desire. I realize that if I am comparing myself or feeling jealous of someone else, I try to turn that inward and realize, like, what am I desiring that I'm not receiving? And why do I feel as though that I can put myself in this person's shoes and just compare myself to them? They are not me, I am not them, and I can't expect the way that things happen to them to happen for me. What this teaches me most about my desire is that I have a desire or whatever it is that I am comparing myself to. In this instance or example of social media, I realized that I have a desire to have a great following. I have a desire to make good content that people like, and it makes me jealous that other people create content that is more successful than mine. What brings me back and centers me is realizing that just because I don't have as many followers as them does not mean that my content is not good, does not mean that others don't find joy or value in my content. In this specific example of social media and creating content, what makes me centered, what brings me back to reality is that anything that comes easy goes easy. When I sit back and take the time to think about it, I'm okay with taking the time to grow my following because I'm still learning how to create what I want to create and what's going to make the most sense for me to be creating.